And now, Sharky stories. Let me tell you about the time I accidentally started a race war in my middle school. The year is 2001. Me and my family moved to this small city off the Gulf Coast called D'Iberville, Mississippi. I wish I was making that shit up. So just so you know, D'Iberville, Mississippi is exactly what you would imagine a city in Mississippi to be. Not exactly the friendliest place for people of a certain ethnicity to be. So it's the first day of school, and the D'Iberville, Mississippi school was a little bit different than what I was used to. The elementary school and the middle schools were combined together. So basically kindergarten all the way up to 8th grade were all in the same building. Because of this, it was probably one of the very few times me, my older sister, and my little brother were all on the bus at the same time. I'm sitting in the middle, my older sister is sitting closest to the front, and my little brother is sitting behind me, but not too far behind me, right? Now, this school was predominantly white. There were a few other races because of the military base that wasn't too far away, but the main three races were white, black, and Vietnamese. Don't ask me why. Now, while I'm riding to the bus, the Vietnamese kids are sitting slightly in front of me, but still behind my older sister. So I'm looking at them, and they're talking to each other, pointing at somebody, and then laughing. So I'm confused. I'm like, man, what's going on? It looks like they're making fun of somebody, but I can't really tell, right? So every time they do that, I look at my sister, and my sister puts her head down. One particular time they point at her, and my sister looks at them, and she has tears in her eyes. Then she puts her hands on her face, and then she starts bawling, crying. Oh, fuck no. So now I'm pissed because now I know they talking about my fucking sister. You got me fucked up. So I turn to them like, hey man, who the fuck you think you talking to? The whole bus goes silent. One of them turns to me and they say, do you know who you talking to? I don't give a fuck who you are. Who the fuck do you think you talking to? That's my sister you making fun of. One of them stands up, and just for the sake of not putting anybody's name out like that, let's just call him Johnny. Johnny really, if you've ever played Dynasty Warriors, looked like Lubu. So the dude stands up, he looks at me, and I will never forget this quote. He says, if you think you big and bad, step up to me. Bitch, so I stood up. Fuck you think you talking to? So I'm in his face, right? What I don't realize is about 6 to 7 Vietnamese people stand up behind me and are about to jump the shit out of me. Now remember, I told you, my little brother's on the bus and proceeds to knock the fuck out of one of them. So now me and my brother are back to back like Batman and Robin, just swinging. The shit was wild. Eventually we get to the school. The bus driver takes us into the principal's office, explains what happens, and me and my little brother get banned on the bus for like a week. Because my parents weren't comfortable with the whole situation and didn't want my sister to be on there by herself, we all didn't get in the bus. We just decided to drive us, or my parents decided to drive us to the school. Now, a week later, we show back up at the school, and for the next like 3 days, the Vietnamese community was very, very rude to us. They would spit at us, throw paper at us, put threats in our lockers. Now, this is when shit gets interesting. At the end of that week, I tried out for the basketball team and I made it. After the very first practice, a group of kids come up to me and tell me, hey man, look, I know you've been going through stuff and it was really cool that you stepped up to Johnny like that, and don't worry about it, man, we got your back. What I hadn't noticed is that every single last one of them were wearing all black with black bandanas in their pockets. Yeah, they were in a fucking gang. So, me being naive and not knowing much about gangs, I was like, oh, cool, man, awesome, that's amazing. I really appreciate you having my back like that. I can't really describe y'all what the next 3 months was like. Like every single day, there was some type of fight, some type of jumping, some type of beating, like something crazy happened, graffiti. Like, it was wild. They were at each other's throats. The Vietnamese people and the black people were at each other's throats every single day. So this goes on for a long period of time, and then something happens, don't ask me why, and then the Vietnamese people house got shot up. I don't know nothing about that. After that, almost every Vietnamese person I knew moved away. I like never saw them again. They were just gone. So yeah, that's how I accidentally started a race war in my middle school between black folk and Vietnamese folk. Whoops. Smacky the like, smacky the follow button.